After losing the opening game of the season, it has been a dream start to the season. We are in first place in the Vanarama National League, and we are back in the big time of the FA Cup first round. Today we have a huge doubleheader. We take on Forest Green Rovers in the FA Cup first round. They are League One opposition, before we then go away to 5th place Torquay in the league. Let's get into this. Let's have a look at everything that has been going on since you were last here. Yes, welcome back. We are here turning dog turds into diamonds with AFC Rushden and Diamonds. And I am a very, very happy man, I have to tell you. After a couple of really tough seasons in the Vanarama National League where we've really struggled for consistency, we find ourselves after 8 games top of the league. I told you this was going to happen. I told you in the season preview that I thought we had an excellent squad. And when we got hammered by Gloucester on the opening day, admit it, you thought I was absolutely insane. You thought it was going to be another season of mediocrity. Well, to be fair, it still might be. But right now, I'm really reveling in this. Really enjoying how the team are playing. I said it in the summer. It just felt like the signings we made in the summer, the players we were able to get hold of, it just really felt like the players were exactly what we needed. They just really fit the profile and the system of the team, and just everything's come together. I do feel like Football Manager, it kind of gives you a bit of help. I feel it kind of pushes you in the direction of the players that you're looking for. It kind of throws out options for you that are gonna help you. You know, there are times when it feels like you don't have to search too hard for those players. And yeah, I think it's the first time since really we started that the players that we've got just seem to be perfect for our system and our squad. It feels like we've just got a really nice squad balance. This is the best team we've had, I think, since the Southern League Championship winning team. And that team was really a team based on just finding players that were better than what we already had. This team just feels a little bit different. I was excited in pre-season when I saw how they were playing, and I've just been even more excited since the season kicked off. And I mean, you look there, James Price has got 8 goals, our top scorer. Joshua Duffus, our new signing, is the highest average rated player. And another new signing, Fran Hodging, is the top assister right now. So it's been absolutely superb the way the team has responded. If we look at the results since you were last here, so we had that horrible 4-0 away defeat against relegated Gloucester, who obviously we know their pedigree from the 2 seasons we had playing against them previously. But we then responded really well, of course, with that great 4-0 win against AFC Fylde. From there, it's just got better and better. We've won every single game since then. Right now, we are on an 8-game winning streak in all competitions, 7 straight wins in the league. We went away to Hereford, who are another very tough side. James Price got both the goals at the end of the first half in injury time, and then in injury time of the second half. A really good victory. Then newly promoted Dorking, we destroyed them 4-1 at home. James Price scoring again, and George Lloyd getting his first start of the season and scoring 2. We'll talk a little bit more about him shortly. And a Thomas Hughes free kick. Wonderful stuff. FA Cup 4th round qualifying. We played Chesham from the Isthmian League. We won 2-0, but yeah, it wasn't as easy as you think. Look, we had a Leo Whelan own goal in the 32nd minute, and then it wasn't until Joshua Duffus got his first goal for the club in the 95th minute that we sealed it up. I made a lot of changes for this game, and we were probably a little bit lucky that we didn't get a little bit of FA Cup stress like last season. You can see I made changes here. Gabadebo came into the defence. Sparks played left back as well. Sam Blair played in goal, got his first appearance of the season and made some really important saves, actually. Sharif played at right back. Mikhail played as the number 10 and Thomas Hughes came in on the left. George Lloyd was in up front alongside Duffers. We rested James Price. And you can see we were the better team. We had the lion's share of the possession, but they had as many shots on target as we did and a slightly better XG. So in the end, to win 2-0, I was actually really, really pleased. Yeah, I guess you can kind of forgive a rough performance with the fact that we made so many changes. Ngoma came off the bench and got his debut as well. So, yeah, Sam Cornish got his first appearance of the season in midfield. So, just pleased to get through it and get into the first round proper. Obviously, last season, one of the big factors in our disastrous financial situation at the moment is the fact that we didn't play FA Cup last season. We went out in the fourth qualifying round, of course, beaten by a lower tier team. But no such problem here. We got through. That was the important thing. We then had a huge away game against Scunthorpe, who are another one of the top teams in the league. We spoke last episode about how tough our start to the season was. James Price gets another 2 goals and just a really, really great performance. You can see Scunthorpe playing at home had only 2 shots on target. We really played them off the park, 63% possession. And it was in the second half that Hodgin just came up trumps, playing as that inside forward on the left wing. It was just a creative masterclass. 2 brilliant assists to provide James Price with 2 of the easiest tap-ins. I think we did get fined for ill discipline in this game. You can see all the bookings there. I've still got to think about whether I take off the getting stuck in instruction or not, because we're picking up a huge amount of bookings. But again, it was just a really great victory. And we then had to go away to Chester, who have been promoted, but they are a big club and they've got big spending power. They were kind of in mid-table when we played this game, but it was still a game that I was expecting to be very difficult. We came up trumps here in a very even game. Look, they had almost as many shots as we did. They had a good XG, so it wasn't as easy as 3-0 suggests. But we were just clinical. James Price getting a goal again from the penalty spot, but it was Joshua Duffus with his first 2 league goals. Absolutely incredible. He has just come alive the last few weeks. Really, really good with his 16 pace and good finishing ability. He has started to show just what he can do. So a really, really pleasing win here in an even game that could have gone either way. We ended up with a really good solid 3 points. Then Billericay at home, a team that struggled last season, were in around the relegation zone last season. There's no reason to think it's going to be any different for them this season. We dominated the game again. Hodgin got, I think, was that his first goal? I think it might have been, assisted by James Price. Agyapong, the ex-Manchester United midfielder, coming up with his second goal of the season. And Joshua Duffus again assisted by Liam Gibbs. Another 3-0 win, another solid 3 points. Really, really just absolutely superb. Look at all the green on the player ratings. Just wonderful. James Price not scoring here, which was disappointing, and that carried on the next game. We took on Kings Lynn. They are down in 15th place, but remember, they were top of the league for the majority of last season. They kind of faded in the second half of the season and didn't manage to get through the playoffs. They are now down in the bottom half of the table, struggling again. So maybe we were expected to win this game, but I was conscious of the fact that they've obviously got some quality there. But again, we got a nice 2-0 win. Joshua Duffus coming up trumps again, assisted by Hodgin. James Price had a goal disallowed before Pablo Martinez got his first goal of the season. He is really, really looking good, even with those down red arrows on his training. We've barely trained because of fixture congestion. We've had periods of maybe not even training over 2 weeks. We've just been playing games. So, as is always the case, we are losing ability through lack of training. But Pablo Martinez has been great. Look, a 7.12 rating in his first 9 games. Really, really, really good recovery from that horrible mistake he made on opening day. And we get another win here. So that makes us top of the league going into the FA Cup first round at home against Forest Green Rovers. Let's have a look at these guys. They are 13th in Sky Bet League 1. How is that league going? Sheffield Wednesday are top. So, I mean, we beat Cambridge in the FA Cup first round a couple of seasons ago. I think they were in a similar position. I think they were around 12th place or something in the league when we played them, and we managed to beat them. So there's no reason to think that we're not in with an outside chance. I mean, in 17 games, they've is that just 4 they've lost? Am I miscalculating? Yeah, they've lost 5. They've lost 5 of 17, so they're not a bad team. They've got a positive goal difference. If we look at their team, obviously they're better than us. They're a League One side. But I had a little look at their team, and I don't think it's scary good. Sam Smith looks pretty decent. He's only got 5 in the league all season. What we can see of him there looks pretty good, let's be fair to him. He'll be a dangerous player, but again, you're facing League One opposition, so you're expecting to be up against some good players. Jake Young has got 5 in 16 in all competitions. Again, his composure, his off the ball, his determination, his finishing and his pace all looks good, as does his passing. So he looks a very complete player. So be interesting to see how we deal with him in midfield. Alfie Dotti, again, what we can see of him looks okay. Nothing incredible, but looks okay. On the other wing, they've got Harry Green, same sort of thing. You've got to think, if they have an off day and we have a really good day, again there, Reagan Slater looks half decent, doesn't he? If they have an off day and we have a really good day, there's no reason to think why, with home advantage, this is not beyond the realms of an FA Cup upset. So, yeah, I'm sort of quietly confident. If we look at how their results have gone, they started the season really, really poorly. They did get a few decent results in the first month of the season there in August, and then September things go very bad for them. They kind of pick up in October, and they're just on a bit of an average run at the moment. They're 1 win in 5. They've only lost 1 in that time as well, so they're not easy to beat. But I mean, they're not pulling up any trees, are they? So I think we've got to be confident. If we have a look at the team, unfortunately, our new boy Sheringham is suspended for today's game, and that's a real shame because James Sheringham, the ex-Liverpool midfielder, has been absolutely phenomenal in that holding midfield role so far this season. He's been absolutely wonderful, but I think we can cope without him. We've got Lamine Sharif, and I'm trying to think of a song for him. I'm trying to think the words that can fit with the song of Reet Petit. I think Lamine Sharif. Yeah, I don't know where it goes from there, but I mean the name just fits, doesn't it? So he'll come in for Sheringham, and he's having a great season as well. He's been playing for us in midfield and at right back. He's been very, very good. So I've got no worries about bringing him in. Sam Ling is fit again. He's back in full training, but he's not ready to be involved in this FA Cup game. And Mohamed Magasuba is unfortunately out for up to 7 weeks with sprained knee ligaments playing for the under-18 team, and that's a shame. He has got interest in him, look, from Nottingham Forest, Peterborough and Preston. He is considered, I guess, to have championship potential. So he's worth 50k. I'm hoping someone comes in for him in January. He's not good enough to play for us. I mean, he's a very good squad player, and he's got that great potential. But again, I gave him a contract at the end of last season, much like Azonwa, just with the intention of keeping his value. He was previously at Man City, look, played twice last season, including the final game, which was a dead rubber. Yeah, I think he's a very good squad player for us, but I think with our financial situation, it makes sense to cash in on him if we get any offers. So we'll see what happens in January with Magasuba, but yeah, he is injured for the moment. And the other big news is we've got a bid for George Lloyd. Of course, I mean, he's a great player. He was voted our fans player of the season last season, but yeah, he's one of the highest earners. It would really help out the fact that we're £600 over the wage budget and he earns £575 a week. It kind of makes sense to get rid of him. And yeah, he's played 4 this season, scored 2, look, an assist. He's been fantastic. He would be a great player to keep around. But we have got a bid from today's opponents, Forest Green. They've offered 35,000 for him, which we really can't turn down in our financial situation. And like I say, getting rid of him just puts us near the wage budget, which is amazing considering we had to knock £2,000 off it in the summer. Jerome Colwill is obviously in on loan at the moment, and you can see there, I mean, there's not too much between them. I mean, physically, Jerome Colwill has got the edge on him on speed, look. If we check out the ratings here, I mean, George Lloyd is rated as being technically better. This 6 finishing from Jerome Colwill is absolutely horrible. But mentally, they're rated the same, and Colwill is the better athlete. I mean, he's got better acceleration and pace, which is really useful. Not as strong, but yeah, I mean, he's got certain qualities. So, I mean, as a squad player, can he fill George Lloyd's boots? I mean, he's a different type of player, really, isn't he? I look at him more as a right-sided inside forward with the lack of finishing. But, I mean, he can head the ball. He's 5'11", so he's not small. His passing is good, so he can link up the play well. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like Jerome Colwill would be a downgrade, but we just cannot turn down 35,000. And if we look at the finances, things are looking a lot better. We were obviously just about £500,000 in debt. The board put 140,000 in, which was very nice of them. And winning in the FA Cup also brought in, I think, around 45,000. So it's got us down close to 300,000 in debt. If we sell George Lloyd, obviously we go under 300,000, and then this home game we're expecting 5,000 fans. That, I would think, guarantees us probably something like 70,000. So we could be getting very close to the 200,000 mark, even if we lose this game. So we've kind of got to do it to really sort out the finances. What I want is at the end of next season, if we are still in the Vanarama National League, I would like at the end of next season for him to bump this wage budget back up to the 10,000 that we had before. Because obviously selling George Lloyd is going to leave us very, very short in terms of squad depth and quality. But we've just got to do it. So yeah, he's got an offer from today's opponents. I can't stop him playing League One. I could cancel it. Right now it's on hold. It's been delayed because I didn't want to sell him to them just before we play them. So it's on hold right now, but I think next week I've got to confirm it. So yeah, it would leave us short for definite, but yeah, I just think I've got no choice. I've got no choice between Colwill and Albi Bekja. I think, again, I mean, he's very similar to Colwill. Colwill is the better player, but Albi, yeah, I mean, he can kind of do the same job. So between those two, we've got players capable of playing in this division, even if they're not George Lloyd quality. They are certainly capable. I've been looking at strikers. I've got Whitbread here in on trial. You can see he's not really going to cut it, is he, Shane Whitbread? He's a left winger, but yeah, he's not anything particularly special. Do you know what? I'm just going to cancel his trial right now. So I've been looking at strikers. I've been looking at out of contract strikers. I've been looking at strikers available on loan, strikers that are on my short list, and I haven't really seen anybody that's George Lloyd quality to bring in. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, George Lloyd basically today probably playing his final game for the club, which is a shame. Let's get into this now anyway. I've been speaking a lot again, trying to fill you in on everything that's been going on. This is the team for today's game. Tommy Reed starts in goal. He has been exceptional since the first game. Josh Staunton, the captain, starts at right back. Pablo Martinez, they're both on a booking, so could end up being out of the Torquay game, which would be not very good. Scott Wilson, brilliant at centre-back again. Tatonda at left-back. Agyapong and Lamine Sharif in the midfield. The two of them have had wonderful starts to their AFC Rushden and Diamond careers. Liam Gibbs at number 10. Fran Hodgin on the left there. You can see we have got great chemistry going on all over the field. Wilson and Martinez, Tatonda and Hodgin. And up front here, Gibbs with Duffus and Price and Duffus. Just looking really, really good, that front three now. And yeah, they've just struck up a chemistry almost instantly. It's wonderful stuff. We've also got good chemistry in midfield between Agyapong and Sheringham. So really, really pleased with how quickly the team has gelled. So up front, yeah, Duffus and Price in front of Gibbs. And then on the bench, 7 subs for today. Gabadebo, who's got a fair few games now. Really great to see him still with us and playing well. Got to see if I offer him a new contract or not. Jack Sparks at left back, Mikael and Thomas Hughes midfield options and creative options. George Lloyd the striking option. Gary Roberts and Sam Cornish midfield replacements for Agyapong and Sharif maybe. So that's the team that goes into this match with Forest Green. Yeah, not a full house of 8,000 for today's game, but very, very pleasing to probably have around 5,000. I think really we've got to see how that helps the finances. But right now we just want to be thinking about the possibility of getting a positive result out of this game. Obviously, a few seasons back, we were in the first round against Blackpool, 2-0 up at home, 10 minutes to go, ended up drawing 2-2. That was a real shame, although we did get a lucrative away game from the replay. I guess it wouldn't be so bad to get that. Obviously, Forest Green are not as big a club as Blackpool. It wouldn't be a massive payday if we have to go there, but I mean, it would be something to get basically two games from this round. Yeah, go on, pick up where you left off, guys. Yeah, no one really responding to that, but we have got a team that is pretty well motivated. Everyone apart from Joshua Duffus for some reason. That's a bit of a shame. And Lamine Sharif going to set marking duties. Duffus is going to mark their left back, as we know, as is customary with this system, and Hodgin is going to mark their right back. Everybody else should be good. They should kind of be naturally marking within their positional roles. So we'll see as the game goes on if we need anything sort of any sort of specific marking jobs if someone's given us a bit of a torrid time. But yeah, look at that. It's a nice full looking stadium at the Northampton Sixfields stadium today. And they get the first highlight very early on. I really want us to make the most of our home advantage here, but I mean, playing against a League One team, you obviously know it's going to be tough. Martinez playing out the back to Agyapong. Don't get caught on the ball. Well, I thought that was a terrible looking pass, but Duffus gets to it Agyapong gets Gibbs in, and Gibbs finds Fran Hodgin at the back post. And in the first highlight of the game, we are up in the FA Cup. And look at that. I mean, we've just got so much athleticism in the team now this season. And it was on show there as we just tore them apart. And Liam Gibbs, who actually isn't that athletic, he's playing in a free role in that number 10 position. He's got freedom to roam, and because we don't play with the right winger, he does find himself there on the right a lot. And he's been really dangerous there. And what a save from Reed. Absolutely incredible save. What a start to this game. I'm going to praise the players as we get a free kick. And actually we don't get to see it. I hate it when you're giving a shout and a highlight comes up there. And as soon as you've given the shout, it turns off again. It gets you all excited and then nothing happens. So, do you know what? I'm quite happy if the rest of the game goes as boring as this. I don't want any more highlights. Let's just go all the way to the game like this. Come on, deal with this, boys. It's away from the corner. Well done, guys. 5 minutes from half time, and we have had the better of this game. We've had, well, until now, we had more shots and we've had more possession. So we know the quality that Forest Green have, obviously being a League One team, which I've said now for about 100 times. But let's have a look. Where's the complacency there? There we go. There's the complacency. Oh no! What did I pick? Things are going well, but I know we're capable of better. All right, well, that's kind of okay. Again, that was very sensitive. I didn't even click anything. My finger was on the mouse. It was on the mouse pad, and it just clicked it. But all right, that wasn't a bad instruction to give. It was kind of like saying don't be complacent. It was saying we're capable of better. Oh my goodness. I thought we were going to concede one of the most stupid goals possible there. We've now got a throw into Pricey. Hodgin, and Duffer sees his point-blank header, range header saved by the goalkeeper. That was very nearly 2 there. Would there be any way back for Forest Green if we get a second here? So again, a solid start to the second half. Can we keep this going? It's been a really good, solid performance. We've really given as good as we've got here. I'm demanding more, which the players don't like, but we've got a corner. Gibbs and Pablo Martinez makes it 2. We are looking at a second round game in the FA Cup and another decent payday, hopefully. Great header from Pablo Martinez. Those near post headers in the 2022 game engine are absolutely fantastic. I'm going to make a change here. We've got a couple of very tired players. Agyapong, extremely tired. Who do I want to bring on here? Because I want to kind of shore things up. Do you know what I'm going to do? Because Liam Gibbs is very tired as well. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring Agyapong off for, I think, Gary Roberts. And then I'm going to change out Liam Gibbs for Sam Cornish. And I'm going to make Sam Cornish here a defensive midfielder. I'm just going to leave him there just to try and shore us up. And I'm going to make Gary Roberts a deep line playmaker so that we are still playing from a little bit of a deeper position where we've got somebody playmaking. I'll leave it at that for now. And hopefully that's just going to make us a bit solid, just frustrate Forest Green a little bit more and just ensure they don't have a chance to get back into this game. Wilson is very tired in defence as well, as is Hodgin now. I'm going to make one more change here. Again, I'm just thinking about making us a little bit more solid at the back. Joshua Duffus is very tired, having to do all that running out to the wing. I'm going to bring on Marinos Mikhail, the Cypriot, and he is going to go out to the right wing. And I'm just going to put him in as an inside forward. I'm going to leave him on attack, but as an inside forward and following their left back. just to make sure there's no counter-attacking from their fullback positions. And we'll just start time wasting a little bit. And in transition, let's hold our shape, slow things down. I'm just going to knock back our line of engagement, just looking to wrap the game up here. Let's just see if that can just increase the boredom levels as we just close out the game, hopefully. No repeat of what happened against Blackpool a couple of years ago. We've got 5 minutes left, and I'm just now thinking about the next game. I'm going to take Scott Wilson off, and I'm going to bring Cameron Gabadebo in. Oh no, I can't. Who was the first substitute I made? Oh yeah. Ah, do you ever do that? Do you ever forget that you've made all your subs? So I'm worried that Wilson is not going to be fit for the next game now, which would be very, very frustrating. But what a performance here. We've got to be pleased with this, beating League One opposition, and we're into the FA Cup second round once again. That is fantastic for the wage budget, or for the wage budget, for the debt rather. Let's tell them what a nice victory that was. Absolutely fantastic. It's 3 games in a row now without a goal for James Price, which is disappointing. He had a flying start to the season. He's absolutely cemented his place for me as an AFC Russian and Diamonds legend. Top scorer 3 seasons in a row. 3rd top scorer in the Vanarama National League last season. After not playing much of the first half of the season, and he's now top of the scoring charts for this season in the Vanarama National League. So that is really pleasing. Wow, what a part 1 to today's episode. I'm going to leave it there. We're going to go forward to Torquay away in the league, and we're going to see if we can carry on our phenomenal start to the season. Click on the link for part 2. And if you've enjoyed part 1, please drop a like on that video, subscribe to the channel and share with your friends so they can get into what is maybe turning into a really great season. I will see you very shortly when you click on that link for part 2. See you very soon.